Shalom, 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 Israel, give no praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rachakadash, the monster that was a gym, mess with you outside, takes to I came out there, pushing his word, truth, and sincerity, risking your freedom. I repeat, your freedom in your life to do so, okay? And, Elder Malcolm, from Baltimore camp had coined that. Definitely ran with it because it's 100% true. Pushing his word, we put our life on the line. And though you don't see the threat right now, there is a threat. And truth is a threat to a clown deceiving world, okay? Like the scriptures say, we are breaking down fortresses, spiritual wickedness in high places. Okay, we're taking down strongholds, all right, of lies. You see? And it makes you a threat. Paul said, if I'm become your enemy because I tell you the truth, yes, you will have enemies because you tell them the truth. And sometimes the truth is stranger and more hard to swallow than fiction, okay? So, as you can see from the screen, this is Sri Lanka's economic crisis spiraling into food crisis. This is August 6, 2022, press release. I don't know how this was released. It probably meant to say June, because we're not in August yet. As you know, today is June 9th, all right? But, yeah, man, so what's going on in Sri Lanka is, the article is going to explain, but there's a lot of things that they can't get shipped to them, and they're going through economic crisis. And the reason why I'm bringing this out is because this is a part of prophecy. And not only that, this is going to take place in America, Babylon the Great. This is going to get hit the hardest in Babylon because this is the most wicked. And this is the head honcho or the spearhead of wickedness across the world, according to Revelations. They that sat upon many waters. You see? The whore had made love to these nations and convinced them of their ways. So now they're going through it. It's a lot. So let's read a little bit. We're going to get some scriptures. So it says, this is from ifrc.org. Sri Lanka's economic crisis spiraling into food crisis. Fishermen on the southeast coast of Sri Lanka sit on stilts in the sea awaiting their daily catch. All right? That's how you could tell how poor they are. Look at them. That's besides the point. The economic crisis in Sri Lanka is spiraling into a humanitarian emergency as millions of people face acute shortages of food, fuel, cooking gas, and medicine. The International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent warned today, responding to the unfolding emergency. The IFRC has launched an emergency appeal for 28 million Swiss francs to provide immediate critical relief and for longer recovery effects for an estimated 500,000 people, because they catching hell right now, you see? But this is judgment. Should there be evil in the city and the Lord had not done it? This is in Amos. It says Sri Lanka Red Cross Secretary General Mahesh Ganasakara said the situation has taken a devastating turn for people already struggling to put food on the table during the COVID-19 pandemic. It's even worse for single-parent households, those without steady work, and those already suffering a loss of income. We need international support now to help hundreds of thousands of people pull their lives to get back together. It's going to be a long, tough road for people to rebuild and get their lives back on track. The civil unrest and food shortages gripping the country were sparked by an economic crisis that has been developing through the COVID-19 pandemic. Sharp declines in agriculture production, turn their swords into, turning their pruner hooks into spears. Put the budget from agriculture into war. So it says sharp declines in agriculture production have resulted in rapid price increase for staple food items like rice and vegetables, which directly impact the household economy and food security of the most vulnerable. IFC head of South Asia delegation Aduya Regmi, we hold grave concern for most of the vulnerable communities across the country. Some 2.4 million people are already living below the poverty line, who are most affected by the loss of livelihood, food shortages, and spiraling costs of essential items, which is going to come to America very soon. You're going to see it. The emergency appeal that we have launched in support of Sri Lanka Red Cross will protect the livelihoods and safety of thousands of households in need of support. And as you can see, man, Sri Lanka is catching hell right now because of, I believe, the Swiss banknote. So this is Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And it's obvious the righteous not in authority. We look at examples like King Solomon, King David's son, which was Yahushua in the reincarnation. There was 40 years of peace on earth when Solomon took the throne. He was the greatest, wisest king to rule at that time. And all he asked for was wisdom to judge his people, which is the Israelites, okay? You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And the Lord granted him with all things. And there was 40 years of peace on earth. Of course, David had to slaughter many nations. But it brought peace to the earth, to the point where other nations sought out Solomon's wisdom to judge their nation, or to keep peace and order in their nation. But it's obvious when the righteous, and righteous meaning those that follow the commandments of the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shah, they will be an established, orderly nation, because that's the way that the Lord gave to us the laws and commandments, laws, statutes, commandments. That way we stand out from these nations, and the nation is going to want to follow us because they know that these laws are righteous. There can be no wrong when you follow these laws. These are supposed to govern the earth, you see? So I'll read that again. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And it's obvious people are not rejoicing. People are going through food shortages. People are living below the poverty line. People can't get work. If they get work, they're making, less than minimum wage. I mean, they're barely scraping by. The food prices are going up. People got to work 2-3 jobs just to get by. Rent prices going up. Mortgage prices. It's just a whole bunch of people catching hell, you see? Because the righteous are not in authority. But what do they say? But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And everybody is catching hell. People are going through cancer. People are then losing legs. People are dying rapidly. People are just mourning, you see? Job 9 verse 24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So obviously, people are going to mourn because the wicked are in power. He covereth the face of the judges thereof. Who are the judges? You Israelites. If not, well, who is he? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is the devil, the deceiver. Okay? And I'm not talking about the average Joe. He doesn't even know. But his own people. He spawns from the seed of Esau, the serpent. You see? The wicked. And though this is going to come, I'm just going to bring this up, man. Fear not, as Isaiah chapter 41, verse 14. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, ye men of Israel. See, you men of Israel, fear you not. Though this is going to come to this earth, and it's going to happen, don't fear. For I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. So the Most High is going to protect us in these times. The elect, that is. A lot of you Jays can't get right. You're not going to get right. You're going to be destroyed. But the elect is going to stand strong. Going to be protected, man. So with that, I'm going to go Or praise Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahshua, Ba'ashim Chakadash. We're watching Double Honor that was GMS Salutation to you, Akim. Peace be unto thee. Yeah, man, continue watching for the news, man, because it's only getting more critical. So, till next time, shalom.